Part of the public is against covering the lives of Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte. The public is not happy with William's actions. Queen Camilla is 77 years old. Was Queen Camilla wanted to be attacked while performing her work duties? Camilla has an injured part of her body. Meanwhile, Princess Anne is still suffering from a head injury and has cancelled her planned trips. And what did Queen Camilla wear that shocked everyone? We will talk about these and other news today. Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte are reportedly embroiled in an anti-royal rant. What exactly does this mean? Let's look into this issue. Princess Kate and Prince William shared a new photo of their two youngest children on Monday. We don't see Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. According to media reports, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte were embroiled in an anti-royal speech against the BBC. The UK's largest pressure group advocating the abolition of the monarchy has opposed the channel's coverage of the lives of the young royals, Republic reports. Princess Kate and Prince William have shared a new photo of their two youngest children wearing England jerseys as they watched the Euro 2024 final on TV. The Prince and Princess of Wales shared the photo on their official social media account with the caption, "England, your teamwork, perseverance and determination have been an inspiration to us all, young and old. Congratulations to Spain." The Princess of Wales posed for the photo on Sunday evening after visiting Wimbledon with Charlotte earlier in the day. 9-year-old Princess Charlotte and 6-year-old Prince Louis can be seen wearing England team uniforms with their names and ages written on the back of their shirts in the photo. The social media post was captioned W&C to indicate it was a private message from William and Catherine. In turn, the BBC reported a new photograph of Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis and featured the story prominently on the homepage of its website. However, Republic took issue with the importance given to the story and posted a message on social media, where he opposes coverage of the lives of young royals. The anti-monarchy group wrote, "Jesus, BBC News, is this really front-page sensational news? Children watching football?" Republic also criticized the Prince of Wales for his participation in the Euro 2024 finals in Germany. What is wrong with this to criticize the prince like that? William went to the football not only to support the national team, he is also its representative. Do you think William's criticism is deserved or not? Remember that Prince William and his son Prince George traveled to Berlin last Sunday to support England in their third ever appearance in a major final. On this day, England lost 2-1 to Spain. It should be noted that the King of Spain himself was also present at this event, without hiding his joy at the victory over England, and joyfully held the cup with his team. And he even tried to let his daughter hold the cup, but she politely refused. William was very gloomy, since his team had lost, and he was forced to shake hands with all the players and coaches while standing on the platform. William is president of the Football Association and attended 3 England matches at Euro 2024, including the final. And this final clearly upset him, like all England football fans. Sunday's final was the first match of the tournament that also included William's eldest son, Prince George. It was previously reported that he left with his father for this final, and Catherine stayed with Charlotte and went with her to the Wimbledon final. In turn, Republic again continued to write on the social network, "William will call his trip to the Euro finals work. Nonsense. Why should he be paid to watch football in the evening? We wouldn't pay." But one royal fan came to William's defense, slamming the pressure group after the post, writing, "If he, William, had not been present, you would have been complaining that he is the future king of the country and was not present to support the country of which he is king, will be in the future. We know how you work. He doesn't win, no matter what he does. It really reminds me of one saying, so that you don't do everything wrong for those around you." Are you on William's side? Or on the side of those who want to limit coverage of the activities of the royal family and reduce their influence on all spheres of life in the country? I'm interested in your opinion. Write in the comments. In a rather scary moment recently, Queen Camilla was taken from an ice cream van in Jersey due to a safety scare as she and King Charles were being taken to a nearby hotel. It's a moment of panic as Queen Camilla was whisked away from her event the other day due to safety concerns. Queen Camilla, who turned 77 today, had to quickly emerge from an ice cream van in Weybridge Place, where she was sampling local delicacies, when a member of her security team ran up to her and told her the visit was being cut short. Fortunately, the panic turned out to be a false alarm, and their majesties were soon able to continue their planned program of action. However, the alarm turned out to be false, and Charles and Camilla soon continued their program of action. They were immediately taken to the nearby Hotel Pomme d'Or, where they were to go for a short break. Take a breath and collect your thoughts. A few minutes later, they resumed their visit and took a public stroll. Queen Camilla and King Charles arrived on the island of Guernsey. Camilla has a bandage on her leg. They say it's a minor injury. Meanwhile, Princess Anne is still suffering from a head injury. She nevertheless cancelled 2 royal visits planned in Norfolk. Princess Anne was due to appear at Brancaster Station in North Norfolk on Thursday, July 18th, as royal patron of the National Coast Guard Institute. Anna was also due to attend Norwich Citizens' Council at the Forum in her capacity as patron of the National Association of Citizens Advice Bureaus on the same day. However, both Brancaster Station and the Forum have confirmed that the princess's visits will not take place, despite the event still being recorded in the royal diary. What really happened to Anna? It still remains a mystery, but we tried to figure it out in previous videos. I'll leave the link in the video description. And so Camilla turned 77 this Wednesday. As sources close to the royal family say, her credentials to join the royal family were impeccable, but Camilla had to endure a torrent of insults to achieve this, and this year she became the support of King Charles, according to the press. Today, Camilla turned 77 years old, and she has a lot to remember about the past year. The coronation at Westminster Abbey, where the Queen was crowned alongside her husband King Charles in a dazzling robe adorned with diamonds and other jewels, was reportedly the highlight of her life. However, 2024 also brought great difficulties for her, as both her husband and Catherine, Princess of Wales, were diagnosed with the disease as we know it. Now, with the King continuing to carry out a number of royal duties that indicate his health is stable, and Kate also appearing in public as part of her own treatment, Camilla may be feeling things are looking up. But the incident with Princess Anne raises many questions. Perhaps Camilla is also reflecting on how it took her 30 years to finally marry the love of her life, after both she and Charles had already married other people, started families, and divorced. They were embroiled in the most scandalous royal scandal of recent times and suffered a torrent of abuse following the death of Princess Diana, the most famous woman in the world. Now, after years of quiet but hard work, Camilla has decent approval ratings among the public and is rightfully considered a worthy part of the royal family. Do you think the same? This year, the Queen has been a particularly steadfast and reliable support for the royal family, despite all the changes and turmoil that have befallen them. According to sources, it is Queen Camilla who supports all members of the royal family, although there are also those who blame Camilla for many incidents that have happened to some members of the royal family. While many wondered why Charles was so infatuated with Camilla, Prince Philip was not one of them. He said he fully understood why her earthy sexuality attracted his eldest son, although she could never rival Diana in terms of glamour. Well, here many would argue, of course, with Philip. Another reason why Charles was attracted to Camilla Parker Bowles, as many continued to call her even after she married into the royal family, was that she was willing to always appear second in importance to him. It was nothing like Diana, who eclipsed all other royals from the moment she appeared on the scene. According to insiders, Charles hated competition from both men and women, and Camilla realized from the very beginning that in order for their relationship to work, she would have to play second fiddle to him, or at least do looks like she's doing it. Very smart and cunning, is not it? And if King Charles is a romantic, then Camilla is a realist and, in my opinion, the smarter of the two, so she never tried to outshine him. And it eventually worked. But on her birthday, she can also remember many other events from the past that concern her more personal life. She's rightfully proud to be queen, but she also loves the fact that she has 2 wonderful children with her first husband, Brigadier Andrew Parker Bowles. Tom, born December 1974, is a distinguished restaurant critic whose media columns are avidly read by thousands. Tom's godfather was Charles, who is now, of course, his stepfather. Then came Laura, born on New Year's Eve 1978. She married Harry Lopez in 2006. Tom and Laura gave Camilla 5 grandchildren. According to sources close to the royal family, one of Camilla's greatest pleasures was reading to her grandchildren and instilling in them a love of literature that guided her throughout her life. The woman who became queen was born in London on July 17, 1947. Her father was a major. Bruce Shand, wine merchant and aide-de-camp to the yeomanry of the Guard, the Queen's personal bodyguard. He also had a distinguished military career, earning the Military Cross during the Second World War, during which he was also captured. Her mother was the Honorable Rosalind Cubitt, daughter of Lord Ashcombe, and a member of the very wealthy Cubitt family. Camilla's maternal ancestors included the 7th Earl of Albemarle, Queen Victoria's treasurer. She was educated at Queen's Gate School in South Kensington, and in France and Switzerland, where she was taught to speak French. As reported, her credentials, so to speak, for joining the royal family were impeccable. She later entered London's debutante season by attending the requisite number of balls and country house parties that a well-bred young woman was required to attend before coming out into the world, which she did at the age of 17. It was at this age that the writer Giles Brandreth first met her. He said she was smoking a cigarette and she has continued to smoke since then. He claimed that she smoked Woodbine, the cheapest cigarette on the market at the time. Sometime later she admitted to smoking, but said it definitely wasn't Woodbine. If there was any special gift that King Charles could give his beloved wife on this special day, it would certainly be to bestow titles on her son and daughter. It is unthinkable that the stepson and stepdaughter of a reigning monarch would not even have the prefix Lord or Lady before their name. And only Charles can make this gesture. Titles are his gift. Camille's reported mantra, "It's me, take me or leave me as I am." Queen Camilla wore an £800,000 diamond tiara with amazing attention to detail at the opening of Parliament. King Charles and Camilla stepped out to introduce Keir Starmer's new bill at the opening of Parliament. The House of Lords hosted the opening of Parliament, marking the official start of the new session of Parliament. Queen Camilla shone in a headdress steeped in royal tradition. As one fashion expert noted, there was a lot of anticipation about what kind of headdress Queen Camilla would wear to celebrate her 77th birthday, which coincides with the state opening of Parliament. She was wearing the famous diamond tiara, which is estimated to be worth a staggering £800,000. The regal headpiece is adorned with diamonds and pearls, with superb attention to detail. 4 crosses alternate with 4 branches representing the national symbols of England, roses, Ireland, shamrocks, and Scotland, thistles. The central cross is also distinctive in its design and is set with a beautiful 4-carat yellow diamond. Queen Camilla complemented her headdress with a floor-length white dress designed by Fiona Clare. During today's ceremony, the Black Rod is sent to summon the House of Commons to listen to the King's speech in the House of Lords. The slamming of the door as the Black Rod approaches symbolizes the independence of the House of Commons from the monarchy. The King's speech will set out the government's agenda for the next session, outlining proposed policies and legislation. After the speech, a new parliamentary session begins, during which the House of Commons and the House of Lords discuss the content of the King's speech. And with all this, Queen Camilla surprised many with her appearance and very expensive jewelry. Of course, there was a slight scandal. And here's what we're talking about. Prince Harry restrained Meghan Markle from confrontation with King Charles. Meghan Markle was outraged after King Charles launched 2 new products in the same month as her U.S. brand Riviera Orchard. An insider said Prince Harry kept Meghan from directly confronting her father. After all, the Duchess believes that Charles could essentially sabotage her latest venture. As I previously voiced in my videos, in April, Meghan sent out about 50 jars of strawberry jam and a basket of lemons from her brand American Riviera Orchard to influencers across America. And she thinks it's no coincidence that the King also released a $50 brand of his Highgrove Royal Estate honey at the same time as her product. Coincidence? Don't think! It appears that the Duchess of Sussex's relationship with the royal family is so damaged that she believes her father-in-law is interfering with her career, and he does it to spite her. She's trying to establish herself as a lifestyle mogul, but now she's competing with a royal rival, which you see looks very strange. Charles also recently launched Highgrove Splash, a men's aftershave that retails for $250, which further angered Meghan, who was planning to develop her own line of grooming products for men. How to be Meghan now? Resign yourself or start competing? I think we'll find out about it soon. She had no idea about it, and now all of a sudden she sees there is an oversupply of his product in the market. She is one step away from calling Charles about this issue, but Prince Harry is probably holding her back from this step. Another source speaks of the King's desire to establish contact with his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, and so he sent an invitation to the Sussexes so that they would come to Scotland, but only at the moment when the rest of the royal family had already left Balmoral. In the meantime, Charles calls his grandchildren on Skype so as not to lose touch with them. I think he is clearly not happy with such online meetings, and he is looking for ways to see his grandchildren in person, hug them, and start playing with them. Thanks for watching the video. Write from which city are you watching my videos. It is very interesting to me. See you again.